Electronic devices and their influence on child development. Current policies recommend that school-aged children limit their use of technology. Without parental involvement, children will spend less time on technology, and that is fine for them. Children do not begin to use electronic devices and online technologies at an early age. Although children seem to enjoy the use of devices such as tablets, televisions, cell phones, and computers, many studies have shown that these devices can have serious side effects. The constant use of technology can have a detrimental effect not only on the development of social skills but also on children's mental health. Parents indeed use devices to keep their children quiet and have time in one place. This raises concerns about the impact of smartphones and portable devices on children's health and well-being. Ongoing research is designed to learn more about exposure to electronic devices and their impact on developmental measures in preschool children. Children under the age of 5 should explore their environment, develop motor skills, travel freely, and be curious. There is a growing number of studies during screening, and other studies have found that overscreening can damage children's health by increasing obesity and disturbing sleep. Investing in education for all ages and spending a lot of time playing video games or watching TV are at greater risk of obesity, sleep problems, and stomach problems, research has found. Early research focused on TVs, consoles, and video games and their time on these devices, which can be used to watch TV, play video games and play games. Children have reported using mobile phones, computers, apps, iPads, tablets, and other electronic devices to send text messages, play online games and use social media such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Children who spend more time on screens at 2 years do worse than 3 years on development tests than children who spend less time or do not work at all on devices. These findings are disputed by some researchers who say the study does not take into account how often children use screens, the influence of screens, or the low impact of other factors such as family income, infant sleep, and how often they study. In JAMA Pediatrics magazine, researchers at the University of Waterloo, University of Calgary and the Alberta Children's Hospital Research Institute described how they are investigating the problem by looking at screen time in the growth of more than 2,400 children between the ages of 2 and 5. Extended time spent using technology is associated with less educated professionals. The more time children spend using digital media, the less time they often spend outside, which can have a detrimental effect on student learning and educational progress. A low risk of ADHD is seen in children who use these devices for less than an hour a day. 4 studies have shown that children with symptoms of ADHD spend more time on screen than children without the disorder. The time we spend using devices can increase the symptoms of ADHD. Children who use electronics are more segregated and do not develop common communication skills such as speaking, listening, and eye contact. This affects a child's learning and development, sleep, sight and hearing, and the relationship between caregiver and child. In fact, devices distract parents and children from dyads and personal interactions, which have a profound effect on mental, linguistic, and emotional development. The studies linked high screen time levels to delay children's growth, sparking controversy over how much time parents should limit their children's use of technology. While research shows some of the advantages and disadvantages of using electronic devices, growing concern about screen use is accompanied by evidence that electronic devices can have adverse effects on a child's health and development and are associated with childhood obesity, sleep disorders, impaired concentration, and other important activities such as learning and playing.